Hey everyone, this is Marcia Heck, and Ed Roach is here with me too. Say hello, Ed.
Hello everyone, really glad to be here.
And you're in the right place if you're here to learn about how to dramatically increase your profits with branding. And just to be clear before we get started, we're not talking about your brand, the brand for your business. We're going to be discussing making more money by selling high-ticket branding programs to your ideal clients, which will pave the way for additional high-level design work and raising your value in the eyes of your clients. So we want to thank you for joining us today, and we're really glad that you're here. Before we get started, Ed, would you like to tell everyone where they can get the handout for today's session if they didn't get it already?
Yeah, sure, Marcia. If everybody looks on the screen, and you'll see right at the bottom there, it says go to brandinghandouts.com. So that's just a little site we put together so that you could grab the handout pretty quickly. It's just a PDF file, and there's other information on there too that you'll find important, and it'll be help you more. And it's simple as that, really. So just go there and take away whatever you like. Marcia?
Yeah. So before we dive into the content, we want to tell you a little bit about why we're qualified to be teaching this information and why you should listen to us. So I'm going to go first and just tell you a little bit about me. After 10 or 15 years, do you want to advance the slide, Ed?
Sorry about that.
That's okay. We're both doing this from different locations, so you might see a few glitches here. So that's me, and that's Ed. I'm assuming you'll be able to tell us apart. After 15 or 20 years in my marketing communications firm, more and more people started taking me out to lunch to pick my brain, and what they wanted to know was how I managed to keep clients for so long and how I managed to keep my team members for so long, which is kind of unusual for the length of time that I had my business, which was over 25 years. I was keeping clients for 5, 8, and 14, 16 years, and I was also keeping my team members. I actually kept 2 team members for 20 and 22 years. Those were the team members that actually ended up purchasing my business. And I did this while still keeping a sane schedule with lots of time off. So I started doing some research, and I started talking to design firms, and I found that many design firms didn't have the systems, the processes in place that I had that worked so well for me. So I decided to write down what I had been doing, and I started teaching it and also coaching on running creative businesses. Now, a lot of what I teach is based just as much on the mistakes that I made as well as the things that I did right. So I'm not going to tell you that I knew all the answers. But what I did learn, I learned in the School of Hard Knocks, and I've been in the trenches for all those 25 years, right where you are, and I was there for a long time. Now, when it comes to branding, what I'm going to be talking about today, my point of view is from what I learned and tweaked and perfected from how I worked with my clients on branding programs. Branding was a really big part of my business, and we charged between $20,000 and $50,000 for our process. Now, I'm no longer creating brands for clients. Today, what I'm doing is I'm teaching my branding process to designers and also coaching on running creative businesses. Ed and I met over 10 years ago at a house function at NYOB in Phoenix, and we've been mastermind partners ever since. So, okay, Ed, you're up.
Alrighty. Well, first off, I'm a Canadian, and Marcia's my American cohort. And I've been in the graphic design business since about '86, and I've worked with hundreds of small and medium-sized businesses. And about 7 years ago, I stopped being solely a graphic design firm and became a branding consultant. And this allowed me to work with companies using my own branding process that effectively focuses my client's brand to that of a leader in their category. That's my main focus. And it also catapulted my brand from a graphic designer to a thought leader. And as a result, I've been interviewed by most media regarding small business, and recently being like CBS Washington and CNN and Canadian Press and Luxury Daily and all these other on and offline news sources. And I also blog extensively using the digital realm on the web to connect and promote my services worldwide. And I also have international speaking experience, including a recent event in Prague, Czech Republic, and I'm the author of a new book called 101 Branding Tips, Practical Advice for Your Brand that you can use today. And out of being a brand consultant and promoting online, I've been able to nail a job in Dar Rapid Transit in Dar es Salaam in Tanzania, Africa. And I was responsible for brand strategy and applying the brand image throughout the entire operation, including terminals, buses, staff attire, marketing materials, etc. And this project was well received and helped the foundation to grow. So these are the types of things we'll be talking about today to show you just the value of branding and how it can bring you additional design business, but more than that, it in itself is a really good revenue stream. So you can imagine my clients are from Canada, the United States, Ukraine, India, United Arab Emirates, and Tanzania. So what we'll be discussing today is our experience and not a theory we picked up. Myself, I'm still actively selling branding to clients for a minimum of $20,000 per project. Of course, this just goes up here depending on the scope of the company. But I think this webinar today is going to make something you're going to be keenly interested in hearing and understanding. So let's get started. There's a lot of information here.
Okay, great. All right, so we do have a lot to cover. And today we are going to be talking about the common mistakes that designers make with branding. And we're just going to show you the big three right now, and then we're going to go into each one in detail so you can see for yourself if you're making these mistakes. And then we'll tell you what you can do to fix them. So get out your handout if you received it. And then again, if you didn't, you can always go back after the webinar and fill in the blanks.